Tony has always been active. Ever since I've been at Wright State, Tony has been a fixture of our volunteers, and everyone seems to know him, and everyone loved him. Tony served on our board from 2010 to 2020. He served as vice president and president of the board. His last couple years were president from 2018 to 2020. Then he served as immediate past president after that. Tony also went on after that to serve with his wife Kathy on the Art Scala committee. And then he was inducted into the Foundation Board of Trustees in 2022 as well.
Tony and I met at Wright State. He was here a few years before me. When I came as a freshman, my friend and I started going to the men's basketball games. That's where we saw male cheerleaders for our first time. A short time later, I met him through mutual friends. We were introduced, and he asked me out. I thought I better tell the friend that I was with that a cheerleader has asked me out, and I want to say yes. So I invited her to lunch. We were having lunch, and about that time I looked out the window. I saw Tony laying out on the quad, sleeping in the afternoon with his head propped up on his backpack. And I told my friend, I think that's him. And she said, that guy? And it turns out I married that guy a few years later. She was our maid of honor, and we were married 34 years. He was the first of his family to go to college, and coming to Wright State and getting a degree really built his confidence. He later then went on to law school. He started his own law firm. He later started his own business. But he always recognized that he didn't do these things alone, and I think that influence also came from Wright State. So while he was at Wright State as a student, he embraced the culture here, he embraced student life. And I think that was always a part of him. Wherever we were, if he met somebody from Wright State, he had an instant connection. When we moved back to the area, somebody recommended to him that he should be on the alumni board. He was accepted onto the board. He was very proud of that. I think anytime he served on the board or served in any position out at Wright State, he was honored.
So I think that we are really going to miss Tony. I think the community is really going to miss Tony. Wright State's really going to miss Tony. Obviously, the Alumni Association is really going to miss Tony. He had a huge impact in everything that he did, and we're not going to be able to replace that.